All right, good morning, crocheters. I apologize that I'm a little quiet this morning. I've definitely got a cold, and nothing says 'tis the Christmas season like a little bit of sinus stuff. So here we are. Um, but exciting things to talk about this week. I have been working on the baby fox. Time you guys saw it, I had the bottom of the body, and I was about 3/4 of the way up the head, working in a continuous piece. And I have the rough draft done. So, but it's still a rough draft. So I want to talk to you guys about it a little bit. So this is what it looks like. Um, I'm honestly pretty happy with it. But there are still some tweaks that need to be made. First off, I was really tired when I put on the tail, and it is not centered. It is, yeah, it is sitting very heavily over here. It needs to move over like a stitch and a half. So that's something. But I wanted to, so most of my baby patterns are of a similar size. They're not the exact same, but they're of a similar size. And so I ended up making the baby fox just a little bit smaller than like the baby elephant or the baby sheep. I don't have the baby sheep or the teddy bear anymore. When you make cute stuff, it ends up going away because either you give it to people you like or you end up selling it. So anyway, this is where we are, and some of the tweaks that I want to make on the fox are thus. So I ended up, like usually on the baby patterns, I use roughly the same foot and the same like hand fleece sizes. And I tried that with the baby fox. And so that would have been these two sizes. If I was doing it basically the same as the elephant, that would have been the arm. And then like that would have been the leg. And it was just too big. Like I wanted it to have a little bit more of a, I wanted it to just have a little bit more of a sleek look. I don't know, something, the kind of the chubbiness that was passed on from like the elephant was not working. So I just didn't even do it. And so then I got it all done and I was like, oh, well, with like the sleek, like the thinner arms, and like I've got a little bit of shaping here, so it looks more like a foot pad. And there's a tiny bit of shaping. No, there's not really very much shaping in the feet, but in the arms there's a little bit. But with these thinner elements, I feel like the stomach is a little too chunky. So I was like, man, I thought I was really, really, well, I am still close. But I'm not, I think I've got a little bit of tweaking to do because I was so excited about it. I finished it late one night, and I took it downstairs and I showed my little brother, and he held it and he was like, it's cute, but he's like, it's really, really floppy at the neck. And I was like, yeah, but I kind of like it because, like it's supposed to be kind of the baby version. And babies do have really floppy necks. They can't like support it themselves. So you kind of cuddle them and you love your little baby thing. And I said that and he was like, oh, he's like, because I was thinking it felt like it was broken. Okay, well, I hadn't thought about that aspect of it, feeling like maybe it's broken, because I like I said, kind of going with more of a sleek silhouette or something like that, just trying to make it a little bit thinner, a little bit more I can't even think of the words today. This head cold, I tell ya. It basically like I made it thinner up here than I have with the other baby patterns. I made it like, so it was pretty I think I decreased to like 5, where the other ones I decreased to 8. Because I wanted to get these thinner arms right here, right up close. Anyway, I think I might have to go back and change that and do it maybe decrease to a 6 or a 7 and see how it feels, because it is really floppy. And I don't want anyone to like be holding their baby fox and be like, it feels like it's broken, you know, like I've made it incorrect. So that's kind of where I am on this. I am really happy with most of it, but yeah, I've got a couple of tweaks to do. Maybe make the body just a tiny bit thinner and adjust the neck, and of course put the tail centered, because yeah, so that's where I've been on that. So I've just been chatting now. I haven't been looking at the group chat, so I want to come on here and say hello. Hi, Donna and Dakota and Alicia and Sandra and April. Well, thank you guys so much. Thanks for enjoying the chubby, or not the chubby fox, the baby fox. I am pretty darn happy with it. It's got some interesting challenges in it, like getting the ears were definitely a challenge, but I'd say for the most part, like I'm pretty happy with how it's going, and we're gonna continue to make progress on that. So how's everyone's Christmas presents crocheting going? I know one lady who like will crochet during the year, but like December hits and she's like, nope, not doing it. December is time for family. It's not time for, you know, trying to work as hard and as fast as I can on my crochet present. So Alicia says she's behind. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel you though. Right there with you. So while the rest of you guys chime in about how your Christmas crocheting is going, I'll show you what the other thing I've been working on. April says she's working so hard. She definitely needs to start earlier. I hear that. I hear that. Absolutely. I told you guys last week I was gonna try and make a coat for Rachel. And so this is how far I am. I don't really know what to do with garments. So let's see. Eleni? Is that how you say your name? Says that she's learning to get her crocheting done before December. Alicia says I always try to start early, but then I'm like, oh, I have time. And then boom, it's Christmas. Yeah, I totally get that. Dakota's working on some things. She's got, but she makes all the other gifts in ceramics. That's cool. And Donna says, I'm behind but working on it, trying to do some embroidery pillow classes. That's cool. Hi, Donna. Hi. Thanks for hopping in. It's good to be able to chat with you. Compliment on the fox. I wish there was a way to just like hang it here, so it's like, this is what I've been working on, and then I can continue to talk about other things. Anyway, so like I said, working on this for Rachel, and I don't really know what I'm doing. As always, I'm using Bernat blanket yarn and an 8mm hook. But I was kind of following Daisy Farm Crafts. They have this little cute little like Santa coat, and so and it makes like a 9-month to 1 year size, and I've been following it almost exactly with the super bulky yarn and an 8mm hook, and it's working up really great for a 4T size, so that's fun. Of course, me being me, I have deviated from the pattern. Once I got to about here, I started kind of doing my own thing, trying to go for a style that I want. And the truth is, I am so bad at back and forth. Like, I don't think I could make a straight blanket to like save my life. Look at this. No. Like, it's a good thing I do almost all of my designing in the round because I can't do straight lines. These are really bad. These are really, really bad. So I am going to have to work some magic. I'm not sure exactly what that magic is going to be, but I know that I'm pretty good at finessing things to hide my mistakes. So that's going to be happening on this one. Yeah, that's about where I am. I actually did it. Like I said, I had been following it according to the Daisy Farm Crafts one, and I got to about here, and then I did a slip stitch row, and I um, did a lot of like triple increases because what I wanted to get this like um, I wanted to basically put in little like puckers so that it could kind of flow out. And I made the entire body and I made one sleeve and I was like, that is really cute. And then I tried it on Rachel and it looked awful because it was cute when you would hold it, but when you'd put it on her, the fabric is so stiff that it just like it wouldn't actually keep her warm because it just like it was so far away from her body. So not last night, but the night before, I just sat in bed and I just ripped it all out. And I've been trying again. So this time what I'm going for is more of like an A-line shape. So just kind of from the armpits down, just like a gradual, going out. So it still has some of like a dress coat feel, but it's still going to be close enough to keep her warm. And I am thinking I'll probably try and line it. The truth is I still have no idea what I'm doing. We'll see. I'll probably try and line it. And when you look at a bunch of like little girls' coats on Pinterest, you see like really cute like pockets and things like that. So I'm going to probably add some pockets, and that will be one of those things that helps make it, I guess, helps to hide my bad craftsmanship when it comes to my inability to like crochet straight. So that's where we are over in this world. We do have the tree decorated downstairs, and it's got all my little animals on it. Well, all my crochet ornaments on it, which is fun, and that's kind of where we are. Hello, Virgie. I like your name. Thanks for hopping on. Alicia asked, would it relax more if you wash it? Haven't worked too much with the blanket stuff and clothes way. It probably will. It probably will do some relaxing, which it will probably need because it does make a stiff material, but at the same time, I was like, I like that because it's going to be warm and, and also cozy. So I don't know. So I've got to work with the pros and cons of the fabric, but hopefully with a little bit of washing, it will relax some and it will have some drape. Whereas like right now, there's no drape to it at all. It's just like stiff as a board. But it's fun. I'm learning. No idea what I'm doing, but you've got to start somewhere, right? Donna says, I've never tried making clothing except for my amigurumi once, and it definitely took some finessing. Yeah, I really haven't done clothing. I mean, years ago, if you guys followed along with like the Vlog-A-Day May that I did in May, excuse me, I did make some clothes for like a doll and one of my nieces, and they really didn't turn out very good. They had like no shaping. They were like tubes with like little ruffle with a ruffle on the bottom. They were a little interesting, but that is pretty much how it went. So does anyone have, I don't know, anything exciting that they're doing today for Christmas festivities or something. So I have, like, we moved to Idaho where most of my family lives, and so I decided to team up with my mom and throw a cousin party for all of my nieces and nephews. Not every single one of them lives in Idaho, but most of them do. So we're going to have them over this afternoon, and we're gonna play some games, and we're gonna read my mom's favorite Christmas story, and my dad's gonna read the Nativity, and they're gonna act it out, and we're gonna drink hot chocolate. And I'm really excited because I think, like, I just think it's gonna be super fun. Because I come from a really big family, my oldest brother is 13 years older than me, and so I became an aunt when I was 9.5. So I just grew up playing with my nieces and nephews. I'm like really loving, I don't know, I love that dynamic of being an aunt and being able to play with my nieces and nephews. And so I'm excited now that I'm in the area to like do some more fun things with them. So that's the the plan for today. But anyone else have any fun plans? Or is everyone just like, I need to get stuff done before Christmas? Because I also need to do that too. Hi, Susan. Thanks for hopping on. I think my live chat might be lagging just a little bit. I'm trying to think if I have anything else really to talk about while we're here. Let's see. Virgie says, I know that feeling. My mom had 12 children, so I play with my older brother's children too. We were closer in age. Yep. I totally understand that. Alicia says, that sounds like a good idea. Kids will love it. I'm finishing my boys' Santa hats they asked for. We'll go look at the Christmas lights tonight too. Oh, I love looking at Christmas lights. That is one of my favorite like traditions. That's something we would almost always do on Christmas Eve. We just go drive around and look at the lights. Donna says, hope you have lots of fun. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a blast. Dakota says that she's setting up the new house and hopefully getting to buy more yarn supplies. Well, congratulations, Dakota, on moving. And yeah, got to get more yarn. Always a good thing. Susan says, just trying to get the elephant done for my cousin's son. I understand that. Working on projects is always good. Always good. Let's see. Well, it's probably 10:18 over here. So I should probably call it quits. I slept in so hard this morning. All I had time to do was run to the shower so my hair is wet and then come and do this. So I haven't eaten breakfast yet because we had a different party at one of my brother's house last night and we ate pizza and stayed up late. So I'm a little tired. Let's see. Virgie says it's crunch time, Susan. Oh, it is crunch time for all of us, I think. Donna says, I ran out of yarn trying to finish something for my husband that he requested, so I got to get more yarn too. Indeed. That is the worst when you're like, all right, I can do this. And then you play yarn chicken and you run out of yarn. Totally get that. Susan says, I have too many projects going on at the time. Yep. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for jumping in. Thanks for coming to say hi. Yeah, it is a very busy time of year. It certainly is. I know that like one of my very favorite things is to listen to the Carpenters' Christmas albums, specifically A Christmas Portrait. That helps me to get in the mood of Christmas, and it also, I don't know, it brings back memories of like being little and listening to it and just loving life. Kind of helps remind me of the simpleness of the season, even though it's the older you get, the more complex of a season it gets. And Lenny says, yarn chicken. Yeah, it's a real game. It is a real game. There's that one I lost on. This guy, you guys can see this. I had literally like 2 rows that I needed to use this kind of yarn on, and I ran out, and so I had to use 3 strands of a worsted weight yarn, which is what I use for the border. Yeah. Yarn chicken. It's great when you win. It's awful when you lose. Oh, Susan says, thank you for all of your inspiration this year. Well, thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. And it makes me really happy when I know that people are able to make my toy menagerie and whatnot for their friends and family or for themselves. That makes me really happy. Cynthia asks, so what's new, Valerie? Well, I'm gonna say I talked about most of it with the baby fox and the tweaks I'm going to make to that because the pattern is not done, and the attempt that I'm making on Rachel's coat. That's kind of where the things are this week. I guess I also haven't done an update on the book. I have still been working on the book Santa's New Elves. And that's going pretty well, but it's slow. I've definitely decided, like, there's no way I'm getting it done for this Christmas. Like, maybe Christmas in July we'll release it, because, yeah, in order to do it properly, I need to take more time on it, and I also need to get the scrap bin hedgehog pattern to be a part of the book, and I'm not done with that yet. Well, thank you, Cynthia. Thanks for liking the fox. Susan says, I made my cousin's son the floppy ear rabbit, and he loved it. That's awesome. You know what's kind of interesting? I've noticed that most people's rabbits, mine's way down there, but like, I'll grab it. Yeah, when most people make this rabbit, oh, he's got some dirt on him. I like how like other people's turns out better than mine. Like, I kind of look at this rabbit and I'm like, ew, this is like one of my least favorite toys I've ever made. But I see other people's who make it following the pattern, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that turned out so cute. Every once in a while I will get messages, people will send me pictures of theirs, and I'm just like, oh, yours is adorable. I'm so glad that you were able to make it and make it cute, because I mean, it's fine, but it is not my favorite pattern. But that's fine, right? We all have ones that were like me. Not the best. Cynthia says, it will happen in God's timing. Yep, I agree. And Susan says she can't wait for the book. Well, thank you. I am excited about it. I think just with moving and like crunch time and everything, I just wasn't able to I when you're like moving, because we moved from Missouri to Idaho, so we drove like across Missouri and then across Nebraska and then across Wyoming and then across most of Idaho. So you're like on that really long trip, and you're like, yeah, we're gonna hit the ground running, we're gonna knock this stuff out of the park, we're gonna do great. And then you like actually get moved in and you're like, I need to sleep for 2 weeks because I'm so tired from all of the stress of moving and all of the fear and like the fact that like we did have some car trouble and all of that. It can get really, really overwhelming. So yeah, I did not hit the ground running. I kind of hit the ground and kissed it because we made it, and then slept for a long time because I've been tired and now I'm a little bit sick. So, oh yay. Anyway, Alicia says that would be cool to do Christmas in July. Okay. I'm glad to have a vote of confidence on that one. Donna says, no worries about the book. Take as much time as you need until you're happy with it. It'll be great for Christmas in July too. I'm really hoping so. Dakota says she's working on the baby elephant, the snowy owl, and a few chubby bunnies and pandas. Wow! Way to go, Dakota. I am impressed. That is a lot to be working on it. Cynthia says that knowing that the book is a collaboration of mom and dad makes it so special. Well, thank you. I am loving it. It's been fun to work with my husband, and it's also been fun, like, for him to see, as I did the drawings, to see the story that, you know, he just came up with because he's brilliant like that. To see it, like, have pictures associated with it, like kind of make it more real. I think it's been fun for both of us. And somebody says that moving is one of the most stressful events in a person's life. I agree. It is fun though. Like I love like I grew up in only one home. Like my entire life I lived in one house. And so I have kind of loved how when you move, it's kind of like, and this is a chapter. And you know, it's like open, close, like put a ribbon on it, next spot. And so like I have kind of enjoyed that. I enjoy some aspects of moving, but man alive, there's a lot of stress that comes with it. So hello, Crochet Me Pink Kelly. That's an awesome name. Susan says her auntie wants the panda, so that'll be next on my list. Nice. Dakota says, I feel you about exhaustion and moving. I didn't quite move as far as you, but it is stressful to get everything done, especially with the holidays too. Yes, absolutely. Like one thing I am very grateful for is that Rachel is still young enough that like she understands that like a lot has changed, but like she's handling it pretty good. And also when it comes to the holidays, like she doesn't have a lot of expectations yet. So it's like that helps to take some of the stress off of like holidays and moving and all of this stuff. So yeah, it's a busy time. Cynthia says she can't wait to see the cover. Ooh, I do need to work on that. I have an idea that I sketched out and I liked it, but I think it needs some additions. Eleni, or is it Eleni? Or I don't know if I'm just totally saying it wrong. Says, what new animals do you hope to introduce next year? So next year, January, we're going to come out with the chubby goat first thing. I've been working on that. Got some squished ears on this guy. Been working on that a little bit. Doing some finishing touches. So this will come out in January. Then I'm hoping I'll get the fox all done. So this pattern can come out in February. We got some tweaking to do, but I think this could be a February release. And then like the chubby cow will need to come out next year, and the chubby donkey. Okay, it's Eleni. Ah, I like it, Eleni. Thank you for telling me so I could pronounce it right. Yeah, the chubby cow is something that needs to come out next year. I have worked on that pattern a little bit, but not that much. And the chubby donkey. And then I want to make everything. But probably a monkey will come out at some point next year. I can't say exactly when, but that's one that's been percolating in my mind. And probably like I really want to make a dragon. That's one that's really been on my mind. So I wouldn't be surprised if those were some that come out next year. I can't say like exactly when, but I mean, other than like Chubby Goat, January. Fingers crossed, Baby Fox, February. And then kind of we'll go from there. So, oh, Susan says, what about the kangaroo for us down here in Australia? That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm sure I have a kangaroo on my list somewhere, but I haven't thought about it in a while. But that would be super cute. I'll have to think on that one. You guys put ideas in my head, and then they just kind of like. But yeah, I need to do a lion. I need to do so many. But I love it. I love having projects that I can make. Someday I just need to like clean off all of these shelves and just be like, we're starting fresh. So Eleni says a dragon would be so cool. I'm so excited. Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I may have done some sketches. Haven't gotten any farther than sketches, but you know. Dakota says, my sister wants your chubby cow. She has an obsession with cows. Yes. That will be fun. And also, like, people have been asking for like a Shelly sheep size cow. So one that's like, you know, this big, which would be so cute. So I need to do that one too. Like I said, there's so many. But I'm excited. Susan says, yes, I keep asking. You know, just keep asking. I will get there. Absolutely. She says, "Oh man, a dragon, and you have a world of real and mythical animals, so you always have something." It's true. I sometimes think in collections. I'm not very good at like actually putting things out in collections, but sometimes I think that way, and the mythical animals. You're like, all right, a dragon and a unicorn and a mermaid and a phoenix, and I won't do anything that's like specifically Harry Potter because I don't want to worry about copyright infringement. But I have thought about like, wouldn't it be really fun to like make like maybe do a set of animals and do them all in like white and cream, so they're like patronuses. So you could have like the stag for like James, and you could do the doe for Lily, and then you could like do, you know, I was just like, this could be so fun. But anyway, I do enjoy this. So let's see. Cynthia says, I just need all the yarn to make all the animals. Amen to that. I have a lot. I've got plenty of yarn, but I will work through it somewhat quickly. And I just got a brand new thing of stuffing. And I also work through these way quicker than you might think. So, Crochet Me Pink Kelly says you do amazing work on Amigurumi. Thank you so much. And Dakota says, yes, huge cows. Totally. Shannon asks, what brand of hooks do you use to make the chubby animals? So I use the same hook all the time. These are a Hobby Lobby brand. I haven't found them anywhere else on Amazon or anything like that. And it's like their luxury hook, something like that. So, and they all kind of look like this. So I have like, I don't know, making noise. I've got like, this is my 9mm, which I use on like the chubby hippo, which you can see right there. But mostly I use the 8. And so this is just kind of what they look like. So you can find them at Hobby Lobby. Kelly says cardinals and hummingbirds. Oh, that would be adorable. I'm not exactly sure how a hummingbird because they're so little and this is such big yarn, how they would really work up or if it would look really funny and I would need to like switch to a smaller yarn. Sandra Gonzalez says, what about a bee? That would be cute. I had a thought on like just maybe taking the chubby bunny and just changing some parts of it and making it a really quick bee. So I'll think about that. Let's see. Cynthia said, I have some yarn. We could share. Where do you live, Cynthia? Probably not anywhere close to me. Dakota says, yes, Patronus animals. I'm so excited. Wouldn't that be fun? I mean, maybe I could just, I don't know, write a blog post on it. Because like the other than like the stag and the doe, like the Patronuses are not really that like, as far as the stories go, they're not like really, really talked about. It's mostly just those. I mean, and if you just make this guy white and cream, like you kind of have it. So yeah. Let's see. Kelly asked, how did you make your headband? So I used a 13.75 millimeter hook, and I'm trying to remember. I did a single crochet chain, and then I did the split stitch or the wainscot stitch, and I did single crochets. So that's all it is. So it's supposed to have a little bit more of a knitted look, but not really. Dakota says, you should see my box of polyfill. I have a huge box. I think it's 10 pounds. That's awesome. I do not have a place for that, but that would be so cool. Shannon says, I need to practice making amigurumi with bigger yarn. I'm used to the thinner yarn. It does take some practice. It's a little bit different. You know, the way that you like have to feel for the stitches. With the bigger yarn, you have a little bit more stretch to it, you know, and so you have to like be more conscious about how you're filling, using the fiber fill to affect the shape. So yeah, I totally get that. It takes some practice. Kelly says I should make butterflies. Ooh, that'd be fun. Oh, Cynthia's in Canada. It's a little bit away from me. That'd be fun though. Fergie says she's got green for either a dragon, alligator, or a baby Yoda on the down low. By the way, it's okay. I'm sorry, I'm not very fast at sounding out names. La Verge Array. Vergie is the shortcut. I had to think of how to help you without being in person. Ah, thank you. So should I call you? Hey, Dad. Ooh, La Vergerie. I can try. La Vergerie. Okay. Whew. I'll try. I'm not the best at this. I'm sorry. Kelly says the what stitch? I've never heard of the split stitch. So the split stitch or the wainscot stitch, I've heard it both ways. I think you can find it on YouTube, but it's basically this is all half double crochet. I don't know if there's a good way to show it. You know, usually we crochet in like the same. You crochet under the two loops when you crochet. For the wainscot stitch or the split stitch, you kind of go like right in between the posts. So it and so it makes this sort of the V effect because you're going in between the posts rather than underneath the loops, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's what that is. Right. Hello, Edney. Thanks for hopping on. And hello, Golden. Golden is suggesting putting a curl inside of the neck, a curling roll, so with a fiber fill around it, so the neck stays up, which would probably work. I'm a little bit hesitant to like add more unique things to the shopping list when it comes to my animals, but we might end up going that way. We'll see. I think maybe a little bit of finessing of the pattern, we should be good. So anyway, I think it's probably time for me to hop off of here, let everyone get back to their day and eat breakfast. Hello, a good friend. It's good to see you too. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Christmas. I hope everyone is as well. And let's see, so we've got Christmas coming this next week. And then we have only one more Saturday, the 28th, before the end of the year. So I'm thinking maybe the 28th, I'll go over some of my my year's goals that I had set at the beginning of the year, which some I did really great on, some I did really poor on. And we can talk about that. And I don't know, maybe new ideas for the upcoming year and all of those fun things. Anyway, I hope you guys have a lovely holiday season. If Christmas isn't something that you're celebrating, I hope you still get to have a wonderful time with family and friends, and you just have a beautiful season. And yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful time, and I'll talk to you after Christmas.